buddy. Hi. You're a good buddy. You're a good buddy. Yeah. You give good hugs. You sure do give good hugs. Ah, yeah, good buddy. All right, howdy. My backpack has been modified tons of times, and I've always wanted a easy mechanism to stow my trekking poles, etc. Usually it was going to be my trekking poles and my snowshoes, and I didn't really have any good ways. Well, I had the concept of somehow like a zip tie kind of thing that would be able to expand to the size fitting my snowshoes, but still all the way down to fitting my trekking poles. And the best things I could think of at that moment were a loop doubled over, and it would basically go from the full length of the line to half the length of the line, which is not good. So I ended up doing something basically like a loop with a toggle. I need to work on my whistle. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Come running like a bat out of hell. Watch out. Yeah. Hey. Good recall, buddy. I gotta work on my whistle. So anyway, what I ended up doing was I came up with these a line, small stopper knot on one end, a large stopper knot on one end, and a superior prusik in the line. That was the best for a while. I was satisfied with it. It's long enough for both applications. The stopper knot is burly. The prusik is small. It would go through and get pretty tight. The only slack was the length of the prusik, but I had to have it that long to fit the stopper knot through. So it could go anywhere from that long down to almost nothing. That was really good. I liked it. But it was also limited in other abilities to connect it around things that I wanted. And I like multiple use things. So I used that for a couple of years. Used 2 of those. And I wasn't fully satisfied with it, but it was working for a while. I came up with that idea, and when I had the concept of having it doubled over, it wouldn't work for me this way because I did not know the superior prusik yet. I hadn't come up with it. So after I came up with superior prusik, it locks itself down. It stays on the line very well. That's why that can work now. So that the ability for the superior prusik to stay tight on the line allows it to not flop off and get lost while I'm not using it on my pack. So when I have my trekking poles in my hands, I don't lose the prusik off of my backpack. So then I came up with the superior prusik, applied it that way. It worked for years. Then I was still a little dissatisfied because I thought it could be much better than it was. I came upon a champion on YouTube, wolf pack leader of the Silver Wolves, Blackie Thomas, had one of these, something pretty similar. And I thought about his way of doing it and another locking mechanism that I had seen. And I thought about, like, I want a different locking mechanism to make it easier than just a big stopper knot through the little prusik. And there's no reason not to have the lock on both sides. And there's also no reason not to have the lock on the prusik. So I then came up with this version, which is a Bowen soft shackle on each end and a soft shackle on the prusik. So that is awesome. Now I can lock this end to something, or put this through something and lock it here, and then go the 0 length to the full length. That's better, for sure. The subsequent ones I make, I'm going to actually do that not new, but that favorite prusik that I've been doing. The favorite superior prusik soft shackle. Okay, but that, prusik with the soft shackle and Bolin soft shackles on both sides, or you could do Bolin soft shackle on one side and a nan shackle on the other side if you want, something like that. But that sliding prusik with the superior prusik on it that stops it from dangling off when it's not being used, that's awesome. Okay, what can you do with this? Well, you can use it as a sleeping bag strap. You can put this on, let's say, your top molly webbing. Put this down on your bottom molly webbing. Cinch these up tight and pin something down underneath there. You can hold your sleeping bag roll shut, your bed roll. You can hold that tight. You can do whatever you want. There's just tons and tons of ways to figure out how to use this. Okay, what I've been doing with this is holding my fishing pole to my pack, holding my jacket to the outside of my webbing on my pack, holding my trekking poles to my pack. I haven't used this with my snowshoes yet because where I live now, the snowshoeing just isn't as prominent so far. A good one is suspending your pack to a tree. Okay, super easy way to do it. Let's go check that out. All right, so come up to my tree. I don't want to set my pack on the mud. I want to hang it from the tree, even though this tree's a bad example. There's pitch all over it. Bad job, somebody wounding the tree. Anyway, I'll take my strap thing that I've made, throw it around the tree, but oh no, it's not long enough. I'll just connect two of them. You can do it any way you want. You can stick one through the other, or the other through the one, or any kind of rope fashion or tension you want. So now, throw it around the tree. I'm gonna then lock one soft shackle to the line itself. That'll work like a slip knot when it's suspending. And then I'm going to put my pack onto that thing, which will go something like that, and I can adjust it up to there or lower. If I want to bring it lower, I can do whatever I want with that. Dandy, huh? Yeah, so that's going pretty good. There's no reason not to. No toggle needed. It's a kind of a fun and easy project. Get you working on your knots. And once you do it, you don't gotta tie the knot again. Once you do it right. I mean, I still have some line underneath here if I want to hang my buddy's pack or my something else from the bottom. But since I've come up with soft shackle prusik, there's tons of ways to do that. The way that I use on my ridge lines now is the best way that I have found. It's just awesome. So these are fan-effing-tastic. The uses for those are not unlimited, but they're a lot. especially on the backpack, so I can tie kind of anything I want to it. I mean, you can kind of make a belt out of that. It's basically a belt. It's awesome. Do it. And then taking down is super easy. All you do is take that stopper knot out of the loop. If you just pop it through, that's all you got to do. And I didn't lock those ones, but I could have. The smaller these are, the tighter you can cinch them up. But if they're long enough, you can make the lark's head locking mechanism with it. Yeah, so do that. There's no reason not to.